Howdy, and welcome to TBK Homeworld, and this is going to be a seriously crappy video. So that's really not much of an exaggeration. This is going to be a video that a lot of people don't like to really talk about, and that is sewage. And one of the things that we all run into at some point is going to be a sewage backup in our homes. No matter what we try to do, inevitably it will happen. So typically the way that we solve that problem is by a snake, or we call the company to come out and do the old roto-rooter on the pipes to get it clean. Well, Ryobi has come out with this really nice and fancy system to try to help take care of that problem. So there's no more struggling with that drain snake trying to get it to go down into your pipe. You can use something like this and get that stubborn clog out of your pipe system. So this particular one is model PCL 457, and this is going to be the 35-foot model. Normally you like to see me unboxing these things and showing you what all is included with it. Well, this is what is included, and I had to unbox it because it's already been used here on our little homestead. So this is going to run on the Ryobi 18V 1+ battery system. This is the 35-foot cable length, and it's 5/16 inch diameter. It can go up to a 3-inch pipe. The revolutions per minute is up to 600. This is a reinforced cable so that it prevents kinks and of course snapping as it's deep down inside the bowels of your house. This has both the ability for an auto and a manual removal of the system. So you can either manually force it down into your pipe or use the automated system to get it down in there. As mentioned, there's also a 1/4-inch drum that you can purchase and put on this system as well. So the 5/16 inch drum is going to be recommended for your toilet, floor drains, and your main stack coming out of the roof. And then the 1/4-inch drum is going to be recommended for shower, your bathtub, or your sink. Now, one of the things that's really important with a system like this, especially this big heavy duty version of it, do not send this straight down your sink. This is not going to make it through the P-trap. If you're looking to use something like this, you either need to go outside to your clean out area and force it either down into the sewer system or back up into the house, depending on where it's clogged at. Or most homes have a clean out spot somewhere within the home. If you can get access to that, then you can open that portion up and use that. In our instance, it was actually far enough in between clean outs that I had to do something creative. And we'll get to that in just a few minutes. Now, if you do not have the drum available, then look at the 25-footer because those are going to have the smaller snakes within them, which is going to do a much better job of actually making it down through those P-traps. However, I still highly recommend pulling off the P-trap before you send this down through the sink. The reason I recommend that is most P-traps now are not Schedule 40. They are thin-walled P-traps. And if you send something like this, or even its baby brother, the 25-footer, down through that P-trap, you typically will end up puncturing the P-trap, or worse yet, just shoving it off. And now you have all of this snake down there just flopping all over the place underneath your sink. However, your shower or bathtub are typically going to be Schedule 40 PVC pipe, so you will be perfectly fine most of the time sending a 1/4-inch snake down through those. Don't use the 5/16. It is a lot stiffer and a lot thicker, and you may end up having problems getting it to go down, and even worse yet, pulling it back out of that drain pipe. So functionality of these is extremely easy to understand. First of all, we have to grab an 18-volt battery, and I'm just going to grab one of these 2-amp-hour high-performance batteries. You can get any one of them. It does not matter. If you flip it over, you can see that this does not require a high-performance battery in any way, shape, or form. So any Ryobi battery will work perfectly fine. Now, whenever you first get the system, it may be a little confusing. It definitely was for me, but a few minutes of using it will definitely explain how to use this system. The two main things that we have to understand with this is, first, we're going to have a lockout switch. If you are pulling the trigger, don't have it locked. It's that simple. If you want to use the trigger, then have it on the unlock section. Now, the other trick with mine is you have to pull this collar out. It's in manual mode right now. You have to rotate it down and put it in automatic mode. Now, the first time I used this, it was extremely difficult to do that. One of the things you'll notice whenever I pull this collar out, these heads move a little bit. What you'll want to do is reach in there and gently pull out the snake just a little bit, because as you go and you switch it to auto, look at what those heads did. Those heads rotated in and they physically grabbed a hold of the snake itself. This is why it's important that you pull it out, because if you look, the tip of the snake, the auger, has a much wider bit at the front. Whenever your snake is all the way in and you try to put it in auto mode, it is not going to work because the teeth cannot grab the snake appropriately. From there, we pull the trigger, and as long as you have it forward with your little selector switch here, it's going to send the snake into the pipe, and it can go pretty stinking fast. Now, whenever you're done with it and you need to pull it out, you push the switch the other way, gonna put it in reverse. And you can pull the snake back in. Very, very simple to use. Now, here is a feature that I really liked about this system. Now, I'm going to pull it off of auto and put it to manual, and I'm gonna pull the trigger again. Really hard to capture on camera, but the snake is rotating. So here's the nice thing. Whenever you get to that section where your blockage is, you can put this in manual mode, have a little bit sticking out, pull the trigger, and you can plunge this back and forth within your pipe, helping you clean out that section. Yes, you can leave it in auto and you can go forward, reverse, but I found that it's a little bit slower than if I'm doing it manual, especially whenever you're in a 3-inch pipe. That's a lot to clear out. So you're going to need to take a little while to clear that section of the pipe out. So doing it manual works a lot quicker whenever you're trying to do it at that point. Now, I use this fully extended whenever I used it to unclog our home. I wanted to go all the way through the pipe as far as I could go, and it worked exceptionally well. So it claims to have 35 foot, but if we actually measure it, it's 32 foot and roughly, we'll be generous and say 9 inches. So if you have something that's at 33 foot, you are not going to be able to hit it with this snake. One of the things that's very much so recommended is once you're done with the system and you retract it and you bring it back into it, you take it outside. I would actually go ahead and pull the entire thing out, and then I would clean it. You need to get some type of water on it. A rag will work, whatever you want to do. What I did was I sent it out and I used a rag with water to clean it as it was going out. Then I put it in reverse, put a rag on it that was dry, and reversed it all the way back into the drum. From there, I would highly recommend putting something like WD-40 on this. WD stands for water displacement formula number 40. That's very common knowledge nowadays. So that is the perfect thing to use on something like this. It's much better if there's a little bit of WD-40 in the bottom of the drum than to leave water in a system like this. As soon as you leave water in a system like this, you're going to rust the snake. When you have the snake rusted and you're sending it down through your commode, it is going to rub that rust off on your porcelain. And now you have a stained, very difficult to clean up rust scratch on your porcelain. So make sure that you treat your snake with respect so that it's not going and dirtying up the precious porcelain that you paid a lot of money for in your home. Now, in order to get the 5/16 inch drum off, first of all, we need to open the system. There is a clasp on this side and another one on this side. Go ahead and pull out just a little bit on the end of our snake, and this pivots out. You can pull your snake out. Now, the first time I pulled my drum out, it took a little bit of force to get this drum out. So you're gonna hold the base of the system and pull out on the drum, and it eventually pops out for you. And you'll see that this is a keyed shaft off the motor on here, And you need to make sure that whenever you put it back in, your key is on the correct angle so it fits properly on here. Now, one of the things you will notice with this is we have the standard LED work light on here. And let me tell you, this helped me so much. The only thing I wish is there was another one of these lights on top. I love having it there. It made it so convenient. It would have been nice though if there was just a little bit more light within that dark sink area. Whenever you get your new drum, again, you're going to line up your key that's in the bottom of it with your shaft. I found it easiest to hold it up like this, and then it'll fall down on the shaft the way that it's supposed to. Then you take your snake and we're going to slide it into the head, pull our head over and put on our two clasps. And now we are good to go. Now, Ryobi has gone full on hardcore with the link system, and I appreciate that they have done that. I'm not a link user. I do not have link in my shop, but I really appreciate that they have it. And here is a place where they have fully integrated it into the tool itself. How amazing and awesome is that they thought about this and they did something like that. This is really ingenious that they have done this. And as you can see, having it like this is going to allow any excess water that's in it to drip out, or WD-40 if that's what you have in the system. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this has already been put to use here at our home. So here you're gonna see, I'm actually underneath our utility room sink. This is the sink I typically wash up from at the end of the day. You can see the snake going very easily into this. And as you can see, I hit a blockage here. We can tell where the problem is. And that's perfectly fine. That's what we're gonna wanna do. But I went ahead and went all the way out. All 35 foot is going fully into the pipe down through the system. Now I've brought it back and I've once again gone to the blockage, and I'm going to try time and time again hitting this blockage. And here you can see I've put it in manual mode, and I am jabbing this thing while pulling the trigger and allowing it to spin and hit up against that blockage. The reason you want to have this in manual mode and allow it to spin is because the head of this will actually drill into whatever you're going against. Probably something like a fatberg, or possibly one of your kids' toys that they decided to throw down the commode and you have to clean it out. Ask me how I know about that one. Having this auger on there actually allows it to get into those items and pull it out. These work exceptionally well if you are still flushing those flushable wipes that aren't technically flushable. This is going to grab those wipes and pull those wipes and extract them out of the pipe. And that's what you're wanting to do with a system like this. So now we have been able to get this fatberg completely out of our pipe. Now with this one, I punched several holes and it worked a lot better. Unfortunately though, the fatberg was so big, I did end up having to use a little bit of Drano in order to fully eat the rest of it out. Now, I didn't like to use Drano. We're on a septic system here, so that means that now my microbes are all dead within my septic system, and so I had to replenish those with some other items to make sure that I bring them back to life. But this tool did an amazing job. It saved us hundreds of dollars. On top of the tool cost, it's still hundreds of dollars more to have done what I did with this tool. Hey everybody, it is that time. We are now picking our lucky winner of this Sigma night vision binocular set, and we used a random number generator, and it is Ransom Eli. You are the one. I think I'm saying that right. It's a screen name. I'm going to be sending your email address over to Sigmund. They're going to be contacting you and getting you one of these really awesome night vision binoculars. Thank you everybody who entered. Really appreciate it. And I really appreciate everybody who took the time to give recommendations for the channel. Thank you all very much for doing that. So I really liked having this tool, and it did a phenomenal job here on our homestead of cleaning up that nasty fatberg. I don't know where it is, probably was before we lived here. So I appreciate that Ryobi has come out with something like this. It was so much easier than a manual snake, and it was so compact and nice. And truthfully, man, you just kind of You feel kind of manly pulling this thing. It's like you're running around with a Gatling gun. So I really loved that aspect of it as well. If you have any questions about this tool, please leave it in the comments below. It's absolutely amazing the conversations that we get to have with everybody around the globe. And we always try to showcase one of those comments at the end of every video, comments like this one. Thank you very much for leaving that comment. And remember, keep your tools sharp and your batteries charged, and we will catch you on the next one.